One of the most painful things is when an avoidant blindsides you, leaves you, gives you barely any resolution at all, and you are heartbroken and dealing with so much pain and grief and anguish. You don't know what to do. And then you hear or have to see that they are in a new relationship in no time. And what you were told a lot of times by them, if they do tell you anything at all, is that they just need to be alone. They need some space. They need time to figure things out. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, what the actual fuck is going on? Like, I have never been in so much pain. Like, this is, are they trying to hurt me? Like, what are they doing? So first of all, you have every right to feel this way. It is extremely painful. I know the feeling. It is horrifying. It is awful, and it feels very lonely. What I also want you to understand is that when an avoidant person jumps from your relationship into a brand new relationship very quickly, that is a sign that they are using this new relationship to distract themselves. A human being cannot jump into a new relationship without healing or grieving the past one, without having shit from the past start to surface in that new relationship. Like, it's actually impossible. Human beings feel things. Like, we have feelings, and it doesn't matter if you try to distract yourself or suppress them, they are going to resurface at some point. What happens with avoidance, let's say you had been with your avoidant partner for a substantial period of time in a committed relationship, and what happens with avoidance is that in that beginning stage when they first meet you, everything is very easy because you two don't know each other all that well. There's not a lot of risk. There's not a lot of like vulnerability or intimacy. The avoidant doesn't feel pressured in any way. They can just kind of be free and get to know you and still feel like they are chasing you. When things start to change is when the dynamic shifts and you start chasing them, because they start pulling away a little bit. They start to feel obligated in the relationship now. They start to feel like, oopsie daisy, I feel like I'm losing my independence. Uh-oh, what am I going to do? And then your trigger goes off because you start to feel like, uh-oh, am I going to get abandoned? So then you start chasing and they start pulling away. What then happens is that the avoidant starts suppressing and holding in everything that they're feeling, because oftentimes they're the type of person that doesn't want to rock the boat, doesn't want to hurt your feelings, doesn't want to cause conflict. So they're holding everything in. When you hold everything in, it is going to bottle up and explode at some point, and that's what tends to happen when the avoidant gets to the point where they blindside you and abruptly leave the relationship. They don't want to deal with the fallout from your emotions, and that's why a lot of times avoidants will not meet you face to face to end the relationship. Sometimes they'll just ghost. A lot of times they'll text you like mine did, feel a lot of shame and resentment has built up in the relationship, and they don't want to deal with the fallout because they feel so overwhelmed. It's hard to explain because it sounds like I'm trying to excuse their behavior, which I'm not. But it's not so much that they are trying to be malicious or that they want to hurt you. It is simply that their nervous system is so overwhelmed that they physically don't know how to come face to face with your emotions. It is so much shame onto them and so much overwhelm that they don't know what to do, and they just bolt. Immediately after they exit the relationship, it's like a pressure valve has been released and they feel a ton of relief because they're like, oh my God, the pressure, the obligation, the lack of freedom. I'm free again. Oh, whew, thank God. They're not going to be feeling any of the pain or grief at that point because their nervous system was so incredibly activated at the point when they left the relationship that all they're going to be feeling at that beginning stage is good and relieved and happy and free. This is often the time period when they will jump into a new relationship because they feel so free, they feel so happy, they feel so relieved, and they are convincing themselves that the problem was you and just an incompatibility issue. And so they're like, well, I'll just go see what else is out there. But things will start to get messy at a certain point. So they will maybe meet someone else, and they don't really realize that they are using this person to distract themselves from having to deal with any of the pain or grief from the last relationship. They don't want to process anything that happened with you. They don't want to look at that. They don't want to feel it. It's too much for them. So they want to jump into a new relationship so they don't have to feel anything. And in the new relationship, the beginning stage with that person is going to be amazing, just like it was with you, because the beginning stage is always easy for an avoidant. The beginning stage feels like freedom, like relief, like compatibility, like, oh, I met the perfect person, blah, blah, blah. However, what is going to happen is that they're going to get to the stage in the relationship when they're going to start feeling things. Things are going to start to surface from the relationship with you that they are going to start feeling, and they are going to have to start dealing with the person that they are dating and all the needs of that person. That is going to start triggering their avoidance again. The cycle literally just continues to repeat. where a lot of people get stuck is that they get consumed with what they are seeing on social media. They see maybe the avoidant posting a lot of things or looking really happy, and you can't get yourself caught up in that. And it's not that like I hate saying it, like I don't want avoidant people to be unhappy. Like I don't want to say like, oh, don't worry, they won't be happy. I don't want that for them. But if they are not healing from their relationships and they are just continuing to relationship hop, they aren't going to be happy or fulfilled with the people that they're dating, because they're going to continue being triggered. They're going to continue having avoidant triggers in every relationship, and it is just a matter of time. It doesn't matter who they're with.